Well, I think he needs to get out ahead of this thing, as we learned in the Anthony Weiner story, especially in the age of the internet, where the mainstream media can't 100% control the narrative. That a person in this environment has to come out there and put all of his or her cards out on the table. And the more you try and make a scandal or non-scandal go away, the more people pry, and eventually it all comes out. And so I would recommend to him, given the vague nature of the Politico accusations, in which we don't know who the people are and we don't know what the allegations are. This is a classic case of the mainstream media doing unto a Republican that which they would not do to President Obama or to a Bill Clinton back when he was running. And the accusations against Bill Clinton that emerged from Matt Drudge and other sources, other reports, were far graver than what we now know. But the reality of the situation is that the story's out there. And Herman Cain, if I were to recommend to him a course of action, and that's to put it all out there on the table. Because if the worst case scenario, that he is guilty of what people are implying that he is, he's going to have to address that. And then people are going to be able to determine what they think of him and how he handles the situation.
Do you think there is more that's going to come out? Or?
Oh, I know there was an interview this morning on a local Oklahoma City radio station that I believe the story is about to break in the coming hour, in which a former pollster for the National Restaurant Association is talking about the incident in a way that everybody knew about. One particular woman that had an incident with Herman Cain, and he says that it's inevitable that she's going to come forward, and that if she does come forward, that it will be a disaster for Mr. Cain's campaign. That individual, I don't know who that person is, I haven't done any research on the person, is a political consultant, I believe, in the Oklahoma area. So I don't know whether that person is a Republican or a Democrat, if that person's associated with another campaign. But right now, there is a drip, drip, drip aspect of this going, and there's a whodunit aspect as well, wondering, is this coming from the Democrats or is this coming from a rival Republican campaign? So there are many, 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 many angles swirling around this story, including the defensive angle of the story, which is why was Politico willing to go forward with a four-person byline piece that was so limited in terms of specifics. So there's a media angle, there's a campaign angle, there's an inter-campaign angle. It's a story, and Herman Cain needs to come forward and put his cards on the table.